Let's bring in South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Of course, all eyes were on South Carolina this weekend because of the Democratic primary. But Senator, something else happened right in the middle of that. Is a possible peace deal was announced with Afghanistan and the U.S. Next step: have the Afghan government meet with the Taliban. Are you comfortable with that?
Let's give it a try. I'd love to see the war in Afghanistan end, but the peace deal is not with al-Qaeda. It's not with ISIS. It's with the Taliban. We'll see if they honor the peace deal. But the one thing I want to stress to your viewers, let's don't do in Afghanistan what Obama did in Iraq, pull the plug on the place and allow radical Islam to come roaring back. Americans were killed as a result of the rise of ISIS. People all over the planet were killed. We got a chance to end this war in Afghanistan smartly and well, but we're going to need a residual U.S. force, a counterterrorism presence for years to come, because I don't trust the Taliban to police al-Qaeda and ISIS. We foiled two plots last year where ISIS was trying to attack the American homeland. We're down to 8,600, Mr. President. Let's get the Taliban to the table, but let's don't trust the Taliban to defend America. We need some of our forces in place. That's what Obama failed to do in Iraq.
But 14 months later, we're going to be pulled out. If they hit their conditions, we'll be down to 0 troops in Afghanistan, according to the way the deal reads.
Senator, let's talk about
if this is a wait a minute. If this is a withdrawal document, then Afghanistan will fall apart and civil war will emerge and women will go back into the darkness and al-Qaeda and ISIS will come forward again to threaten us. I've been told it's a conditions-based withdrawal. The conditions have to be met before we can withdraw all our troops. What are the conditions? That the American homeland is not at risk by our withdrawal. A small residual counterterrorism force will protect America from the rise of ISIS and al-Qaeda inside of Afghanistan. That's what we failed to do in Iraq. If we pull the plug on the place, I know what's going to happen. If we leave a small American counterterrorism force, I think it'll be a successful outcome.
Well, the president did say the other day that he was going to keep an eye on it to make sure that nothing went haywire. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about you and Ainsley's home state.
Yeah, 48% of the voters in South Carolina went to the polls and voted for Joe Biden. Huge win for him. He needed our state, Senator Graham, to move forward.
Right.
What are your predictions?
Well, I think Bernie's going to win California and win Texas. I think Joe Biden's going to do well in the South, North Carolina, places where you have large pockets of African-American voters. But Eric said it well. You know, this is Bernie's nomination to lose, and they're scared to death that Bernie's going to win, and they're going to pull out all the stops to stop Bernie, and I think it's going to split the party right down the middle. If we don't make any major mistakes as Republicans, President Trump is on course to get reelected.
Do you think that is one of the reasons why Pete Buttigieg dropped out yesterday?